First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Fields.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Taken in at the 22. Running right through him. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Two are going to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 and now on 1st down. On the right side, open is Gesicki.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can...
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 2nd and 13. Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
A fairly short kick from the 14 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
To throw is Fields. A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields. That's complete to Mooney.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
10 cycles.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
Here we go.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Ready up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Off play action, Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Bears at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Fields.
Jones has it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Dolphins 17-yard line.
Throwing again is Fields. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Fields.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Fields.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
Now Fields.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bears. Equanimous St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. There he goes, left side. 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
That was a special return, and it happened Because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And how about that return? As he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Dolphins have got it.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Raheem Mostert,
47 yards.
and the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second and very short, Fields. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have come to halftime at what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Ready.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much into balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
90 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A handoff for Herbert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And some room to roam now. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football. Caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make...
Touchdown! Darnell Mooney from 4 yards out. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Ran it last time, now Fields to throw.
That's caught by Montgomery. And some room to maneuver.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw. Montgomery, another target and catch.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling out to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Here's Fields. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are back within a score.
Santos with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Finding space at the 40.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got room at the 30.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
back to the running game with Mostert.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Bears are right back in this football game. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 144 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now it's Fields. His throw incomplete.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fake here, direct snap to the up end. And he's not going to get to the marker, and that's a turnover on downs. So a definite surprise there. They try to fake punt, but this time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has, and look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case, they took a chance, and it backfired.
From the 39, Tua. And this one is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sand. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On play action, Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Running left, Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Well, drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
To throw is Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be out right at the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Try to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost...
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Sanders on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Dolphins 42, Bears 35.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last.
Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's gets a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.